I'll just do a few like... Welcome back to Maya and the Fox! I'm Jake.
And I'm Jess.
That's the one. And today, you're going to see our skincare routines.
Ooh. So, we've got two different type of brands. I use Lush and Jake uses...
Well, a bit of a mix. Mainly The Ordinary.
Jake's is kind of confusing.
I have 13 steps to my skincare.
And I have 4.
So you're going to get a bit of a different perspective on brands and techniques and that's it.
Okay. Do you have like really dark blackheads?
What? Oh, don't, because
oh my god.
Oh my god.
You've got another one.
We'll talk about this in a minute, but I've wow.
Yeah, you got one.
That makes me really happy. That means that all my...
Explain that, because I don't understand it. So, we'll just start.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry! We'll get on to why I'm happy that I have blackheads in a minute. So, I have combination skin. It gets oily on my nose and on the centre of my forehead, and then I get dryness on the tops of my forehead and the corners of my eyes. And my sort of skin goals are to smoothen out my skin. I've got quite a lot of texture from acne scarring, as well as to unplug a lot of pores that I've had for a while. Well,
mine's just mainly oily. I get oil here at the T-section on my nose, under my lip, under my chin. I'm red here. I'm not red normally. It's just because there's so many lights around us. It's really warm in here. But yeah, I just suffer from oily skin. Okay, so we're going to start off. The first thing I would do is I would use an exfoliator. And when I mean exfoliating your face, I mean with like the salt and like the harshness, and you do that. I do that at least once a week. I normally use ocean salt, which is from Lush. And I get a big old tub of that, and that's absolutely lovely.
However, I use a chemical exfoliator, so I always cleanse first before exfoliating. So now we're going to move on to cleansers.
Ooh.
And I've got 2 cleansers because I'm extra.
You are extra. I'm basic.
The first cleanser I use, I used on my makeup tutorial that I did, which I will link, I never get it right in this room, up there.
Oh, it might be there.
It might be, you know where it is.
It's one of
I'll
them.
link it up there. It is the Garnier Micellar Water, and this is fantastic for removing makeup, removing oils and all the grit and dirt from the day off your face. And I always go in with this, whether I've had makeup on or not, I always go in with this first in the morning and the night before I use my next cleanser. So I'll do that now quickly.
And while he's doing that, I will show you my cleanser, which is Ultra Bland Facial Cleanser from Lush. It's bee wax and rose cream cleanser to soften and thoroughly cleanse the skin. And again, everyone knows Lush. It's quite a famous brand. It's animal friendly, so it does not test on animals.
Fun fact as well, I was just reading the side of it. This is the Lush founder's #1 Des Island product.
Oh, did not know that.
So it must be good if the founder of Lush likes it that much. So I've just gone all over this with a cotton pad. No need to wash it off. Just leave all that dry and then go with the next cleanser.
And then what I do with this, I just smother it on my glorious face.
Oh, let's show them that. It looks a little bit like hair wax almost, doesn't it?
Can you not waste it?
And while Jess is doing that, I'll tell you about my second cleanser. This is from one of my favourite skincare brands because I think the general gist with CeraVe, that thing, is that they are really simple but effective cleansers and moisturisers and SPFs and hand creams and things like that, where there's not much more added that needs to be there. So it's really good for sensitive skin or skin that's like prone to spots. This is for normal to oily skin. So this could be quite a drying cleanser for people with dry skin. This is the CeraVe Foaming Cleanser, and it's got a little pump. You give it a squirt out, rub it on your hands, wash it all over your face, and rinse it off. And this has 3 essential ceramides, niacinamide, and hyaluronic acid. So there's loads of little goodies in there that will help you. I'm not going to do this one right now because I need to be at a sink for it, so I'll do that in a minute.
It just feels like heaven is on my face.
Can I smell you? It's lovely. No, it's nice. Yeah, sorry, I didn't react.
Okay, I'm cleansed.
I'm also cleansed, and it's time to move on to Well, for me, it's time to move on to my chemical exfoliant. How about you?
I'm gonna tone
up that face. So if you don't know, chemical exfoliant is a way of exfoliating your face daily without using the kind of scrub technique that Jess was previously using. There's a lot of benefits to it. I won't go into them now because there's so many. But there are two different kinds basically to know. There's AHAs and BHAs.
And I think a lot of people are going to start getting lost with that. People might get a little bit complicated by that and confused.
100%. I would recommend to just Google it. Google AHA, BHA, and it'll give you a full list of all the different acids and what they are and what kind of skin they're meant for. I use a glycolic acid from The Ordinary. And glycolic acid, basically, over a long time, it'll take away the top layer of your skin. So it will leave you with a refreshed new layer.
And while Jake is doing that, I'll show you the toner that I use every day, and it's Lush again, and it's Breath of Fresh Air. And you know what? It is a breath of fresh air. And with this product, close your eyes tightly and spritz directly onto the face or onto a cotton pad to wipe away any dirt. The sea breeze captured into a bottle I'm not going to read it. I have no words today.
You're out the door, out the window.
So with this toner, I leave it on for 5 minutes to kind of let it all sink in, and then I wipe it off with a damp cotton wool pad.
Cool. One thing to note with the glycolic acid is that it may sting for a little bit when you first put it on, but I like that.
It's satisfying.
I like that it feels like it's doing something. I'm like, yes, sting me, yes! And something else, once you put that on, you always need to let that dry before you start putting other products on, or it will null it out and it will stop working. So you give it 15 minutes just to sit and dry, and then you move on.
What are we going to know about your blackheads?
Oh, next.
Okay, that's exciting. If you're a simple being like me that just has oily skin, this is a nice little routine to have.
Yeah.
And if you've got more complicated skin, I would call it, you're the man.
Yeah, it's true. I suffered from acne when I was younger for years, and it was one of the worst things in the world. Anyone out there who's got bad acne knows what it's like. You don't want to leave the house. You try every single product you can. You go to the doctors, you take pills, and nothing was working. And I eventually basically forced my doctor to send me to a dermatologist, and within a month I was practically acne free. My skin has been left with a lot of scarring, a lot of clogged pores from that, and I've only recently really started taking care of it, so there's been a lot of years of sort of uncared for skin. And I'm a compulsive skin picker. If I have a spot, I want to squeeze it. Don't do that.
Don't put toothpaste on them either.
No, don't put toothpaste on them. That doesn't work. Don't put bicarb on your face. Don't put lemon juice on your face. None of those things work, and all they do is be bad for your skin. So when life gives you lemons, don't put them on your face. Okay, so the next thing I'll do this quickly. Another product from The Ordinary. This is a retinol. This is a brand active retinoid 2% emulsion. And what this does is basically it's sorting out the texture on my skin. It's smoothing my skin out as well as unclogging pores. And it's what I believe is causing me to purge.
Not
yes?
the purge.
Yeah, not the purge.
Not the purge.
I'm not kidding people.
I would be concerned.
What it's doing is it's pushing out all the clogged pores and spots that are laying under my skin out. And literally,
that's why.
Literally, they were pushed out of my skin. Before you squeezed them, you could see on the side they were rising out. And I think that's amazing. It looks like
medicine.
The medicine, the banana medicine. Mix it in.
And I've only got one more stage left, whereas Jake, how many more stages have you got?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
7 stages, wow. Well, what I do afterwards is just simply moisturise. And I'm using the Enzymion. What is it again?
I'm going to go with Enzymion.
Enzymion. This little beauty. And this smells like a tropical rainforest.
Oh, give me a sniff.
It is going to blow your mind. Smells so sorry guys. Not virgin. Ooh.
Oh.
No, they recycled their pots, that's why it's saying it's not a virgin. Okay.
And if you take 5 empty pots back to Lush, they'll give you 1 pot of something for free.
But it has to have this thing at the bottom. I've learned that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it has to have that white label at the
Okay,
bottom.
so my retinoid is all mixed in, and it is time for me to move on to my serums. And I've got a few. The best thing about The Ordinary is that you can tailor your own skincare routine to your specific needs. So one of these Ordinary products on their own may not do that much, but the idea is to take the products from The Ordinary that you know will work for your problems and mix them all together. So my first serum is Matrixyl 10% and hyaluronic acid. When I was looking it up, was basically described as Botox in a bottle. So you'll like this.
Oh, I'm a fan. Oh, I'm a fan. Oh, I'm a fan.
What this does is it targets fine lines and wrinkles and causes collagen to be formed in the skin to plump them out. So I put this only in the places that I have fine lines. So I put it on my forehead. I put 2 drops on the corners of my eyes and 2 drops on my smile lines and mix. Next step. This is a holy grail online. This is the Simply Pure Hydrating Serum from Superdrug. It is a hydrating serum that you just apply all over to your face, and guess what it does? Hydrates it.
Shut the front door.
Shut it. Only problem I've had, the pump sometimes doesn't work. Let's have a little... Oh!
You've literally did this last week with your makeup. Why do you insist on ruining it? It is so exhausting.
So I do 2 squirts of that, mix it in, rub it all over.
What's next, Batman?
Next, we're gonna move on to moisturiser. So for moisturiser, I am using another CeraVe product, CeraVe, I don't know. This is a facial moisturising lotion. Really simple, really lovely, hydrating moisturiser. I'm gonna pump a few squirts onto my hand, and then, this is where it gets fun. This is where I get like a scientist.
I bet it does.
This is where I take my vitamin C suspension, 23%, and hyaluronic, again by The Ordinary. This is to even out your skin tone and get rid of redness in your skin. So that's what you use vitamin C for.
What I need right now with all these lights. Oh my gosh.
Try some, live on camera, first try. Have a bit.
Yeah,
See if
but
you
I've
like
already
it.
moisturised.
Yeah, you can do it after moisturiser.
Oh, okay.
Get a blob of this and mix it into my moisturiser. Now, because of the little spheres, it will feel gritty on your face and it may sting. And tap that in so it looks really disgusting, and then place it all round and rub it all in.
Oh, it is stingy.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I'm almost done.
It's really stingy.
Yeah.
Right, what's next, Batman?
Okay, so this is the most important part of my routine, okay? With the glycolic acid and the retinoid, if exposed to sunlight, stops working. It also makes your skin more sensitive to light, which means you'll burn so much easier. And with the glycolic acid, does the same thing. So it is super important, if you're going to use either of these products or any type of acid, you need to put factor 50, at least, sunscreen on. I am using the La Roche-Posay, maybe, Anthelios XL. Remember that? Ultra light. The correct amount of sunscreen to use is 5 millilitres. And that is for a full face and neck. So you're going to apply that really generously all over your face.
I've been very patient here.
You have.
Is this your last stage?
Mm-hmm.
Thank God.
So now that I've got a lovely thick layer of SPF on, I'm ready to go outside.
Ooh, holla, holla, holla. Lovely. So guys, this is our daily routine. Mine's a bit more simple compared to Jake's.
Yeah. I've realised that today. But something important to note as well is some products, even the products that I've used here, could have a completely different effect on you. You don't know that all the products that work for me are going to work for you as well.
And also that goes for me as well. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you do have any more questions, feel free to comment below.
And let us know what your favourite skincare holy grail is, because I love trying them out. So if you got something that you use that you're like, why hasn't he mentioned that? Put it down below and I'll try it out for you.
Check out Lush. They've got a load of skin products that are suited for everyone, so just go and ask them. They're very friendly. There's about 5 of them that approach you all at once when you enter Lush. It is true.
Yeah.
And also The Ordinary as well.
The Ordinary has a fantastic bit on their website where it's got a list of all different problems and things that you want fixed with your skin, and then what products to buy based on those problems. So it's really helpful to go on their website, have a look around. In the UK, you can get them in a lot of different places, not just their website. I'll link some of the places you can get them down below because I know it they're not that readily available in shops.
So this has been Mara and the Fox.
We post new videos every Wednesday and Sunday, so tune in.
And don't forget to subscribe and ring that bell.
Love you.
Bye!